is a new day, oh, and I'm thankful. No time for regrets, no, no, but I'm hopeful. So many didn't get a chance, nah, nah. So be grateful. Hey, things might not go my way, but me not complain. Life is a blessing, me I stay thankful.
I'm Janiceness, and I always tune in to the SPRB radio podcast with General Culture and Sister Sharon Mango. Yo, you don't have to take my word for it. Just tune in and catch the vibration. Yeah, this one is Knockins.
Hey, listen up. This is Jerry Harris, SPRB Radio Podcast Show. Check it out with 10-star General and Sharon Mango. The live conversation show. Check it out. Don't left it out. Oh yeah. Hey, SPRB Radio Podcast. SPRB Radio Podcast. With 10-star General and Sharon Mango. Yeah, SPRB Radio Podcast. SPRB Radio Podcast. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Yes. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Now. Yes, SPRB Radio Podcast with 10-star General and Sharon Mango. Check it out.
We're live, ladies and gentlemen. Why not head on over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, SPRB Radio Podcast, and hit the notification button so we can keep you up to date whenever we go live. Hello, hello, hello. We are back here again. Today being Saturday, the 5th of October, and we come with another great show. Today we have a brilliant singer-songwriter. She's into health and wellness and so much more. We're going to get to know a beautiful empress all the way down there in Florida. I'm going to let Sharon Mango introduce her in a little while. But Sharon, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Back in New Jersey, as you know. I was in Dallas.
Oh, you're back there.
I'm back. I am
Okay.
so back. Yes. Just traveling and, handling some business. So back in New Jersey. DJ Maestro. Let me big him up. Who's it? DJ Maestro. Blessings to you, Papa. Blessings. Yes.
We also want to bless up those who are on Facebook. We have some listeners or people who watch us via Facebook, and we have those who watch us via YouTube. Sometimes the name pops up on our system and we're able to hail out some of the names. I want to big up Sparky Melody. He's one of those who watches silently on the outside sometimes. We have
Yes.
DJ Maestro, who's also in the building. I want to bless up Maxine Ramey. I also want to bless up, who else? We have Hills Natural also, who watches us on the outside. And I want to bless up Hills Natural. She is somebody actually who's going to be on our show. She's going to be talking to us about nutrition and this alkaline dieting and so on and so forth. She is a wealth of knowledge, and we will be bringing her onto this show very, very soon. Watch this space. Sharon, I'm going to let you introduce our guest, please.
Well, again, we have the phenomenal Ashley Ray. Miss Ray is like a breath of fresh air. She's soul sister, Rastafari soul sister who's into health and wellness and brings all of that into her music. This is what I picked up. So, without further ado, we would like to introduce to the world. If you don't know about her, no. No, go and know about her, no. It's up. Ashley Ray.
The Live Conversation Show.
You like the way I drop it, eh?
Yeah. I like that. It's like really professional.
I'm getting good at the technical stuff. Getting there.
Getting there, mastering it.
Ashley, Irae, how are you doing?
Greetings, blessed love UK family. Such a blessed to be here, so grateful.
Yeah. Sharon, who do we have to thank for Ashley being on our show today?
We would like
Coral.
to thank Miss Coral Consciously for giving us the opportunity to speak with Miss Irae. So thank you, Coral. We're going to get into the Sistren's story right from the beginning. Welcome, my sister. Welcome.
Give thanks.
Sharon, go ahead.
Oh, all right then. So, Ashley, first of all, again, I deemed you as a breath of fresh air because I think that the elements have embraced you so much so it just resonates your whole being. That being said, love, tell us who you are. Number one, where you were born, mom, dad, brothers, sisters, and then we'll get into the music stuff after that.
Yes, for sure. So, born originally Ashley Ray. So that's where the spelling of Irae came from, and just really here to spread those soul rebel frequencies. And Ashley Irae is here to really, through the music, bring the message of oneness, really and truly, because we are one people, we are one energy, one humanity, So, yeah, I was originally born in California.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes, born and raised in LA. But left there some time ago, and really left there to be in Jamaica for some time, and which is why I go back and forth between South Florida and there for now, just through the trottings. So but yeah, I have one sister and 3 half sisters. So my dad was lucky; he got all empresses.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
your background, let me see, how do I put this now? So born in California, then you left, you went to Jamaica, but let's start from small. Growing up in California, what was that like for you? And how old were you when you left?
So I left in about 2020, so about almost 5 years ago now. And
Okay, you left California. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, it was big city life, very kind of like can be high stress sometimes in that area,
Yeah.
due to the cost of living, because it's very, and it's even worse now than when I grew up. But at the same time, California is a very sacred land, especially to Native American people, which is a lot of
this is true.
Yeah, which is a lot of my background, Iroquois Indian, and Irish. So like my my direct lineage or direct blood lineage. So But yes, it's beautiful when the sun is shining there for real. You have the mountains, you have the ocean, all in one. You can go to the desert. So you have very many different types of, geographical spots that you can go to in one place, which makes it a beautiful land.
Yes, I've been there many times, so I know exactly what you're saying. Beautiful. There's some like what part of Florida? What part of California is that you grew up in?
Los Angeles.
It was LA. Okay, okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. So let's talk about real quick because since you mentioned it, the Native American side. So is that from
Mhm.
your mom or not from your dad?
That's coming from my mom's side. Yeah.
Oh, your
Yeah.
mom. Okay. And did you grow up? That being said, anyway, I just want people to understand because I know like a lot about Native Americans. I know a few Native Americans, but I'm saying like, were you taught the ways? Like, did you know like the roots of your Native American lineage? Like, what did you know? What do you know about it?
It was more the only person in my family that was really conscious of it is my auntie. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, a lot of times, unfortunately, it can kind of get washed out from people's consciousness, due to the
Mm.
brainwashing of Babylon. So it wasn't really
Well, that's
something
true.
that I got grown into. It was more something that
Mhm.
when you awaken to a certain level of consciousness, part of that is then knowing yourself and knowing your roots. So that was more something that I just kind of really awoke to and did my own findings in. So yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. I want people to know that about you because it's the Native American tribes, and there's quite a few of them. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, I know the good few that I know have really embraced it, like rituals and you know what I mean, the whole
Yeah.
thing. And I think that their lifestyles like very beautiful the way that they do things. So that's why I just asked, what did you embrace it? What do you know about yours? So, well, that's good to know. So let's start
True,
with
true.
school now. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important. And since that is a part of your lineage, everybody should be aware of that. That's a beautiful thing to have, sister.
Yes,
So
and a
tell
big
me,
other part too would be the Irish lineage too, because
ah,
there's a big connection between Ireland and Jamaica, or Ireland.
yes,
um, but yeah, I learned a
yes,
lot about that as well. How back in during the colonization times, the British colonization times of Jamaica, they would actually send Irish people over to Jamaica as indentured servants because the Irish people were not with it. They were not with the colonization thing.
yeah.
So my great 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 grandparents actually came over to America just on a little boat, just them two. So that's also part of the roots.
Wow.
Even in the UK, the Irish and black people and the Irish, specifically Africans and Jamaicans, I guess, we share the kind of the same struggle here, especially in West London, you know, where many who came into the country, sadly, they were looking for places to stay, especially in West London. There would be signs on the door: no dogs, no blacks, no Irish, you know.
Wow.
And yeah, so they really had it bad back in the 60s that I knew
Yeah, they
of,
do.
you know. Mm,
Hmm. I know I did my real quick. When I did my um,
I
background search to say my roots, check my roots. I saw that there was a whole portion of Irish, British and
in your
Irish, but
genes.
Irish and even some Scottish. And I was like, wait, wow. And then when I saw who my family members were, I was like,
Mm,
that's interesting.
Yeah, because everything started as African people, so and then
Yeah,
it just the whole world.
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
yeah. Jenny says, wow, that's sad. Yeah, back in the
Is
16th
it?
here in the UK with the Irish, the blacks, we had it really bad back in
Yeah.
those days. Our parents, Um,
Mhm.
and I think that's why the Irish and the blacks till this day have a strong bond, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. True. True.
So tell me about school, Ashley. What was it like for you in school? Like, what did you aspire to be growing up?
Um, I always knew I wanted to be a singer.
Oh,
I did.
okay.
I didn't
How did
really
that?
like
Yeah.
school too much,
My
but
mind just told me that I was just
That's
going to
why I
interject
asked.
as a singer.
That's why I had to ask because what she embraced it from gate. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So I mean, I started growing up singing, and I went to Christian school growing up,
Mhm.
as
Mhm.
well as Christian church. So I grew up singing in school, in church, performing, starting at the age of like 8, around like third grade, somewhere around there. Um, and yeah, I gave thanks for the great, musical leaders that were in that school, especially leading up to high school. I had a great music
Mhm.
teacher that I really loved. um,
Mhm.
he really made a big difference. But yeah, I always knew I wanted to be a singer, nothing else.
Uh-huh. So I would say that you were the girl. So like in school, did you went to the competitions or the concerts? The school, were you involved in all of that?
Yeah, I was always, whenever I could get a solo performance, I was always in that. They did a thing at my
Yeah.
school called, the high school was called El Dorado, and they did a thing called El Dorado Idol, like American Idol.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So they would do like the whole judging thing and all of that, and they would have prizes or something like that. So yeah, I would do
Mhm.
that. Any chance I would get, I would try to perform. So I always wanted to sing. I started writing songs when I was 8, just writing them in my
Wow.
journal, singing them in my head, like just walking around everywhere. So
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So when did it become, as much as you wanted to do that, when did it become like serious, like you were gonna really pursue this thing? When did it really kick in? Like this is it for me. Like at what age?
I would say, I mean, I knew from a teenager, right? But then I had to go through
Mhm.
certain trials and tribulations as a teenager and as a young adult. And then when I came circle forward to like the full awakening of myself, which was like in 2012, that's really when I knew and I wanted to, you know, pursue it. And in 2017 is when I released my first single. So that was really when I
Mhm.
was going into the music industry, like serious.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
So you said 2017?
Yeah.
Okay. So how did that come about for you? You said you started writing songs at 8 years old.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so in 2017, so that was your song. It's a song you wrote, correct?
Yes. Starting in 2015, I started teaching myself how to play the ukulele first, which is
Oh,
the little Hawaiian, um,
I know.
Okay.
nice sounding
Hmm.
guitar, 4 strings. And then I transitioned that to teaching myself how to play guitar. And then, from that, also percussion, started playing more percussion, djembe, love percussion. And yeah, just really from that point, I mean, I started taking the writing and everything serious and wanting to, pursue that as a real career. So,
So you're self-taught,
hmm,
self-taught music. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Mm. The
A
ukulele
second
of
guest
all
on
instruments.
A second guess to be self-taught, isn't it?
Yeah, well, when we have YouTube and everything nowadays, all it takes is the will and the way and the action, you know.
That's so true. As much as it can be a pain in the butt, but the internet has definitely been a great source. If you want to learn anything, YouTube is your best friend. Do it yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
DIY yourself, and you did that. You learned your notes. You just
practice.
You just practice.
Yeah, and of course there was some musicians along the way that really influenced I as well. You know, that I took what I learned from them and applied it. But it's all about the application, you know, because that's where it's at.
10 stars.
Continue. I'm just monitoring things on the outside.
I didn't want to hog the mic, but you know, we're trying to get into my sister's life there.
I'll give you unlimited reign with the microphone.
Well, all right then. So let's come back to 2017 now. So this song that you wrote, what was that song about? Wait a minute. Before you even answer that, what is it that inspires you to write your songs? Like, what's your inspiration? What sets you
off? Life experience, overcoming trials and tribulations in life, taking the pain and transmuting it into positive power in the music.
Okay.
And also, so just life experience really inspires I to write, but also I've also been inspired by scripture to write as well. You know, taking that and making it into ways that people can understand through song more simply, you know.
Okay, so this is my next question though. When did you, because I know that this is I think when you became or realized who you were, and as a woman at that, who you were mentally, physically, spiritually, right? Was that before or after you embraced the Rastafarian faith?
I would say definitely after, because that's what led I into the self-revelation, you know, the power of Rastafari.
Right. So my next question for you is, you mentioned a few times trials and tribulations. Were you going through an identity crisis as a young woman coming up, or with things going on where you have to take a stop and say, I need to find myself, this is not right, or things are not working out? Like, what led you to that? If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, what led you to that?
Yeah, what led me to the path of Rastafari. Really, I went through a lot of things growing up, a lot of basically escape tactics, like different, different addictions, such as like different eating disorders, drugs, things like that. A lot of like the drugs, the partying, that kind of consumed, my spirit for those younger years. But, many people don't come out of that. Many people get hooked on that and they never come back.
Exactly.
They never come back, And I've been through many near-death experiences, many, many, many times. So some of those things are, just part of Irae's story that can be shared privately with ones and ones, but you get the idea. So once I came to like many rock bottoms, it was like the last rock bottom that I literally had a voice inside, like a spark of light that just one day said, you need to start your life. It's time to start your life now. And it was this overcoming feeling of love, which is the most high, self-love, and realizing like what like asking like what I had been doing this whole time, you know. So that was like the first step into it. And then of course we go through many stages of awakening. It's not just one time.
Yeah.
Um, as we continue to evolve, you know, as spiritual beings. So yeah, but that's what really brought I there. And then as I came to that, I started to really resonate deeply, deeply with African rhythm, roots, and culture, you know, just deep within my spirit. And, you know, then I started becoming more aware of, you know, Haile Selassie, Empress Mennonite, and just the lineage, connecting back to Yahweh, connecting back to Solomon, and all of these things. So,
Mhm.
but that's where it started from, you know.
So let me say this. The reason why I ask the question is that mental health is, as you know, it's a big thing. And many of us go through it. And you sharing your story is a testament that, yes, you went through your trials and your tribulations, but something within you knew things that are not right. I got to get myself. So it's important for you to tell people and let people understand you were where you were, but you had this revelation, right? You had this new awakening. Now I got to get myself together because there are so many people you clearly stated, and that is the truth. There's some people who never come out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Right.
sad to say, but not some, there's a lot who do not come out of that. So the simple
Yeah.
fact that you have gone through your own trials and tribulations and found your path, your awakening, your deepening of spirit and soul, right? It's again, it's a testimony that it can happen to somebody else. Granted, their surroundings, maybe the surroundings might not be able to fulfill that, but you are one of those who've been through it and found your way. And it seems to be, although we haven't gotten there yet, but it seems to be like you're opening minds with your music because you know what I'm saying. So I think that's a beautiful thing. And then when you did embrace Rastafari, it's constant reading, it's constant learning
Yes,
of oneself, yeah, right? It's constant, it never stops. Again, it's
yeah.
just an involvement in over and over and over again, a new thing. You learn so much. So yeah, I get it. So
Yes,
when you got into the faith now and saw who you were, that where or that is when you like, yeah, I'm gonna show my love through my music. I'm gonna express myself through my music. Is that correct?
yes, because you know, it was an awakening of realizing that, you know, we're all here to for a reason, and we all are gifted with some type of gift, some type of talent, some type of tool that can help other people evolve and in essence help the collective be, you know,
Mm-hmm.
more strong against the evil powers of Babylon, you know, and we are the 99%. So if everybody can actually pursue what their gifts and talents are, it would be a more balanced, you know, co-creative existence that can create new systems.
Knowledge,
Yes, I.
knowledge. Let's start hear them word there. Knowledge,
For real, for real,
knowledge is the
for
blood
real.
handy about them word there.
Mm-hmm,
That's
mm-hmm.
deep.
Yes, yes, I.
That's deep. That's deep.
One,
So
one, one of the labels you have for yourself is a soul rebel creative.
yeah.
Um, just help me to explain that phrase.
Yeah, so we know the term soul rebel, of course. You know, being a soul rebel is to go against the set norms that Babylon puts on people in order to try to keep them in a box and control them and everything. So when you're a
Right.
soul rebel, you know, deal with that. You know,
Right.
you do what's right to your soul. So that's again being tapped into knowing yourself. You
Knowing
know,
yourself. Right.
Right.
Okay.
so creating through that energy of being a soul rebel is really, in essence, what that means. A soul rebel creative. You know.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Over to you, Chef.
We love that.
Give thanks. Yes.
So, my love, tell us about your first song now. You wrote 2017 is when your first single. Is that right?
Yeah. Roots of the seed. We are one, really. So that song is really talking about how we are from one seed of life, one seed of existence.
Mm.
In
Mhm.
essence, yeah. And it's produced by Stony Eye Studios in Long Beach, California. Great producer out there, musician, nice production, you know.
Now, there is a song that we do have that we've kind of prepared for this show today, which is Circles of Life that you
Cycles, yeah.
have. Yeah.
Cycle of
Um,
Life. Yeah.
yeah. And which you have with Imar Shepherd. Now,
Yeah.
he's the individual whom I was fortunate to interview about 10 years ago. So when I saw
Oh,
the collab with you, I thought, okay.
Okay.
I said to myself, let's play this track. So we're going to play that right now, and you can talk to us about it. All right?
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Income rain, then sunshine, moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Income rain, and then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Yeah. When will I ever really find a king I can trust and depend on? That's how I felt for the longest, it seemed. Got so sick of being broken down. Then one day, Jaja bring you my way. After all the long nights alone, it was when I finally let go and put more action in the faith of none. So can't look down, have to stay up, even when reality seems so rough. Don't let the past become the present. Live in the now and learn from the lessons. Then come rain, then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Then come rain and then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Every time, all the time, all the time. Every time, every time, every time.
High times, low times, got to plant that seed of love. It make you glow, let it show. It makes me wanna hold you close. The vibes when you bring, it is a win-win. I see you as my everything. One leap of talking, so you find the right king. No, I'm here confirming. Love you from my heart, girl. Whoa. You always in my thoughts, yeah. Whoa. You know we're blessed by Jah.
Then come rain, then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, we gotta keep the balance in line.
Yes, what a track. What a track.
I love that.
Ashley, Irae.
Yes, I give thanks.
How did you come to meet Imar, and how did this collaboration come about?
So we got connected through I and I Connect, which is an DJ over in Amsterdam.
Mm.
And there was a time between 2020 and 2021 that I was living in Kingston in Stony Hill. And so, you know, I could have just reached out to Weimar one day and said, yo, there's this Empress. And he had never met me before either, but true, he just loved the music, you know, from online. And he just said, you have to link with this Empress. She has a great voice, Tete. And then he linked up and, you know, we did a show. He brought me up to do a show with him, which I was so grateful. And then, yeah, the rest is history, you know. We both rate each other and really respect each other as artists because we see how each other moves very serious. You know, we're really serious about the thing and very professional. So we did, you know, rate each other like that for a long time. And then, you know, fast forward to when I got this rhythm and was working on this song. I was writing it in a perspective of manifesting, you know, those things into reality. And I was thinking of the voice that I would want to hear on it. And Aymar was honestly like the second voice that I thought of, that I heard on the song, because I knew I wanted it to be a collab, you know. And then he was up for it, and then I came down a yard to film the video, and then we just ran with it from there, you know.
Right. Brilliant track, brilliant vibration. I guess my next question to you spent a lot of time in Jamaica. What was the mindset behind going to Jamaica? I know music has been a part of your life for a long time. Now, when you take reggae music, the music vibration that you receive, what did Jamaica do for you?
I just knew that I wanted to really immerse myself within the roots and culture, you know, within the sacred land of where, you know, the power of this music comes from, you know, and that's really what led me there. And also just the fact that I really resonate there, you know. The first time I come there, I had, because I do, you know, just resonate with Jamaica in general, almost like I feel it deep in my spirit, you know. And I have so many people that would be like, yo, which part you come from, daughter? She's like, Yardi, you know, like, so just from the first time I started going there many years ago. So it's just always very welcoming and warming, you know, because even though I'm born in America, you know, I'll be honest, I don't really, this is just temporary for I and I. This isn't really a place that I feel like home in my spirit, you know. Home is where the heart is. So that was also another reason, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing I love is a voice and an acoustic guitar.
Yes.
And that's what you have with you right now.
Yes, yes.
What you gonna do right now? Live and direct.
Yes. Well, it always is good to share the vibes. So, cycles of life in an acoustic style, you know.
What? Boy, with your bad self.
All right. Come rain, then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life.
Wheel and come again. Wheel.
Pull up.
Yeah.
You know, man.
Yeah. Well, love, buddy. And come rain, but then sunshine, moving through the the cycles of life. And in our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Yeah, come rain, with the sunshine. We're moving through
Lily
the
said,
cycles
"We
of
love."
life.
Lily said, "We love, we love, we love." Yo, listen, my studio is on fire right now. Come again.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
thanks.
Come again.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Come rain, with the sunshine. We're moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Yeah, come rain and the sunshine. Moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, we gotta keep the balance in line. Yeah, when we'll ever really find a king that I can trust and depend on. That's how I felt for the longest. It seemed I was sick of being broken down. Then one day, Jaja bring you my way. After all the long nights alone, it was when I finally let go and put more action in the faith of dawn. Can't look down, happy stay up, even when reality seems so rough. Don't let the past become the present. Live in the now and learn from the lessons. Yeah.
Yo,
Listen,
listen.
let me
She
tell you what we're going to
deliberately
call her.
come to mud up this. Listen, she did that deliberately.
Listen, I realize who she is. Let me tell you who she is. She's the Pied Piper. Want to know about the Pied Piper? She is the original Pied Piper. She want to lead the people in.
Listen, she put down the guitar, you know. She thinks she had one tune, she go sing.
But that's what I'm saying. Mix it. Look, she can't
Have
leave,
it
she
right
can't leave
here.
it up to
Don't
now.
worry
Pick up
yourself.
that guitar. One more, one more, one more, one more, one more, one more.
Yes,
All right.
Ashley,
Anything
Alright.
of your
Ashley,
choice.
yes.
All right, family, give thanks. So
Yeah,
this
man.
next one you can find. This is the only reggae version of a Celine Dion classic called "A New Day Has Come." You
What?
know, so
Ah,
reminding us every day that a new day is always come. You know, every day. So
Mhm.
yeah.
every moment, even.
Right.
Come, a new day. Come. I was waiting for so long for a miracle to come. Everyone told me to be strong. Hold on and don't shed no tears. Through the darkness and good times, I knew I'd make it through. And the world thought I had it all, but I was waiting for you. Hush, now I see the light in the sky. Oh, it's almost blinding me. I can't believe I've been touched by an angel with love. They said the rain come down and wash away my tears. Let it fill my soul and drown my fears. Let it shatter the walls for a new sun. A new day little
Wow.
snippet.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Give thanks. Give thanks.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Yes. You can find that music video out there on YouTube. Yes.
Right. Just before I hand over to Sharon, let me ask you a question. Do you have songs out there in acoustic?
Yes, so good thing you asked me. So I put
Mm,
out an EP this year. That was my first EP that I fully composed, wrote everything.
right.
It's
Wow.
called Rebirth, and it's a deep, small little EP with like about 4 songs that are all
Mm,
acoustic. I even did some of the guitar bass line on one of them,
right.
and it's really an EP expressing the different cycles of love and that we go through, from experiencing the most toxic relationships that break you down and everything, to then
Mm,
rising into that conscious healthy love that, when you
right.
vibrate that in yourself, you're going to attract.
Right.
So yeah,
So within the song, you provide a solution.
exactly.
Okay.
Oh,
Brilliant.
that was a
And
good
is,
one.
and is that acoustic themed?
It is the EP is called Rebirth, and
Rebirth.
there's a
Okay.
music video for the song entitled Rebirth. Yeah.
Okay. I'll be looking out for that one. Yeah, Sharon, go ahead.
So, first of all, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, sister. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something,
Okay.
sister. Your voice, just so natural. So, do you remember when we started this interview? I said, she's like a breath of fresh air. You're another one of those that brings a breath of fresh air. Like, you know what I mean? It's I gotta find a whole nother word, man. It's a breath of fresh air, but it's so much more. But I do deem you the Pied Piper, and I deem you the Pied Piper in a good way because you have your guitar, and people will follow you. You know, people will follow you. You just resonate this abundance of love through the music. It's very, 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 very heartfelt.
Mm,
Give
You're
thanks.
deep. You're real deep. So when you're singing, you can feel the vibrations of what you're putting out. So that's why I said you're the Bible, because people will follow you into that. And that's a beautiful gift to have. And
Give
it just
thanks.
shows it shows your deepness of yourself. You have fully embraced your mental and physical, spiritual self. And it's pouring into your music. That's
Oh, give
kudos.
thanks. I truly
Kudos.
also love that, sis.
Kudos.
Yeah.
It does. You have an amazing voice. You are
Give thanks.
definitely blessed. The time you spent in Jamaica, what do you think that you learned being in Jamaica? Because nobody's been to Jamaica, that's my family's heritage,
Yes, I.
Jamaican heritage. You know what I mean? And every
Yeah,
time
man.
I go back, it's one of the most beautiful islands ever. And full of love is what is going on out there. You feel the love. So when you went to Jamaica, tell me what you got out of being there, or what do you get when you go there?
Yeah, just the love, definitely the free spirited energy of, the people them, and you know, that truly Irish spirit of not letting the pressures or the perceived stresses of the world, try to
That
get you.
part.
Yeah, that truly Irish spirit, so that would be what I
Yeah,
really absorb. Yeah. And
it
give
is.
back. And give back.
Yeah. Yeah,
let me
that's
add. Let me add. Because I know you were born in LA, and LA seems to have one of the worst drug problems that I've seen on planet Earth.
It does.
Yeah. And knowing, your journey and what you've been through yourself, when you see the world the way it is in this today's present state, what is it you pick up that needs to be resonated through music to help people pull through? Because everybody's going through one thing or the other, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a million and one things to sing about. But
Mm-hmm.
what do you feel people are requesting the most?
Um, Solution, knowing that the solution to most, if not all, problems comes from your mindset. So when you've changed your mindset, everything changes. Even the way things are attracted to you are changed
Mm.
because
And
we
through
are energetic
exercise too,
beings,
right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I would say solution. Yeah, people want solution from a heart based um just resource.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right, right.
And to love yourself, loving
Mm.
yourself is not just saying that. It's literally an everyday, every moment thing. And when you
Yeah,
love yourself, that's how you can love other people properly, you know.
you're so right. I've been on that journey where I had to lock myself away for a good year just to
Mm,
get me back. And
yeah.
when I was able to get me back, I was able to see clearly. And it sounds so cliche, but it's ever so true. In
Mm-hmm.
order to even if you say you're a person who's an artist and you want to help others, you've got to be able to help yourself, you know, and to be able
Right.
to think clearly, grounding yourself with the earth, knowing what to eat, knowing the things that's killing us with food, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and through music also. Music is a way of healing too, because now they're saying
Yes.
certain frequencies can heal diseases. I never heard of that before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why you see somebody who maybe they eat terrible, but their
Mm,
mindset is always positive, and you're like,
yeah.
wait, how are they not sick? Like, based on how them eat, but it's because vibration sometimes can overpower that. Not all the
Hmm.
time. Not saying go eat like crap, but just saying, it's your mindset. So
That's right. That's right. And music of certain frequencies. I think there's a lot of music that takes us away from what gives us strength. you
mm,
know like for instance the last song you sang, I felt that, what I mean. And there's certain music, like for instance, case in point, there's times when I'm feeling a little bit down and I need something to pick me up, right? Now, anybody who knows me will tell you I love acoustic. All I need to hear is a voice and a guitar, and it does it for me. And I know for that the right kind of music to draw from. And to be honest, I don't hear enough of it. You know,
yeah,
I would love to
unfortunately.
hear more of it.
Hmm.
Mm.
I agree. Yes, that acoustic soulful vibe is really what can
There
connect and
definitely is healing in it.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to do album top of album with full of acoustic, man.
Yeah, go check out Rebirth, that acoustic EP. Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah, actually, just saw it. I just bought it from iTunes.
Okay,
Woo.
Yeah,
say your
yeah.
thing.
I don't play. I don't play. Once I like something, I buy it. Boom, in my
Play
collection.
around. No, no.
Yeah.
It's deadly.
Sharon, go ahead. Don't let me hug the mic.
Oh no, you was good. You was doing good. But I'm thinking of um something Ashley did say. It's you're asking about solutions, but I a great part of it is, as you stated, it's knowing oneself and loving oneself. It is amazing to know that we imprison our own minds with the negativity that's out there. It's in here.
Yeah.
Everything that we're going through, everything that you see, we begin to imprison our own selves. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that somebody did to you, because unless it's a physical thing, but on a mental, with a lot of the people like and Star said, in California, I was there. I've seen it's that and homelessness, right?
Yeah.
The problems in life, the stresses in the household, in the marriage, with the kids, it's the this, it's the that. And because we are so imprisoned, they imprison all of and just internalize all of that stuff. It imprisons you until, and if they don't get that help, it just starts to fester and spew. And you know, it doesn't stop. The cycle just does not stop. The cycle does not stop. So there is a need for people to learn to love again, learn to believe in themselves again. I'm saying all of that to say, you must pipe up the one of the people through your music that can help that path.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just 10 Star was saying, you see the little acoustic, there is something about somebody doing an acoustic set and just like you hear them. The band thing is beautiful, yes. But somebody doing an acoustic set to spread the word of love, it hits different.
Yeah, give thanks for saying that.
It does, it hits different.
Give
because
thanks for
it's you and that instrument. Just you, vocal and that instrument. It hits different and makes a difference.
Let me ask Ashley, what do you want people to gather from you? What is it you want them to get from you musically?
You know, just to be able to use I music as a tool to get through any struggles and to rise above them in the pursuit of your dreams. Because again, that's what we're supposed to do, but we're born in a system that tries to, you know, not let you do that. So just to empower people to know that they can really pursue their dreams, and in that we create conscious communities within that.
How did people receive you when you went? Because recently, I'm not too sure if it was recently, but you appeared on Harry Toddler's show, Boombox Friday.
Yeah, Boombox Fridays. Yes, big up DJ Oddly. Big up yourself.
How did you appear on that? What was it like?
Oh man, it was so much love I received over there at Sugar Miner Studios. So much love. You know, I was like overwhelmed with the positive energy that, you know, was being reciprocated to what I was putting out. So yeah.
That is wonderful.
And how have the public received you so far on this journey of yours?
Well, as they say, you know, if you don't have haters, you're not reaching people.
Right.
So, most of it is always positive, but of course, you always have some people that, you know, are on maybe a little different journey, that's the best way I can say it. And them not really look deep; they just look at the outside. So. But other than that, I've always received just positive energy, to the same positive energy that I put out, you know.
Talk to me about the business side of things. How have you been able to get that together?
Yeah, so I mean, I do a lot of other things to be able to push my music. You can't just you have to have other ways and means in order for while the music takes time to take off in a sense. But, I really, really give thanks for the team that I have now that has been coming together. And, I want to big up my manager over there in Belgium because he's really, really helping I. So we are looking to go to Europe next year on a summer tour. So we're working on that right now and working on a next album. But yeah, I have everything set up as best as it can be for now. As you don't make much from streams besides being able to maybe go take your friend out to a little meal or something or some dessert or something. But yeah, I have it set up the best way as it can. So
Right. Sharon,
As you know,
before we
I
round up.
started to. Okay.
um, Okay.
I have a little guest here. It's her birthday, but she also has a cold, so she wanted to say hi. Hi, how are you? Okay, bye bye.
greetings, princess.
Okay, good girl. So, as Tessa asked the question about the business, that's good. At least you coming into the game, as you know, it's cutthroat. And if you don't have the right people around you, which you seem like you do,
It
you know
took
what I mean?
time, no.
Oh
It
yeah,
took
I'm
time
sure it
now.
did.
Yeah, I'm going
I
through.
know
You have to just be careful. You have to really, really keep your circle small. Honestly,
that part, child. That part.
yes,
You
So
have to keep the circle small. I mean, a lot of people, unfortunately, have learned the hard way, thinking that they have to have this big old entourage of people who doing ABC. No, a handful of people is fine. Each one doing what they need to do, but it's cutthroat, as you know. But I'm happy for you because as like you said, it took time. It took time, but you learned and you now know who your team is and who is actively working for you. You know what I mean? Not trying to change you, not trying to manipulate you, because that happens too.
manipulation
Especially,
is the biggest. Yes, have
woo,
to watch
it's the
out for
big.
that. Yeah.
Listen, especially you as a woman, you know that. You
Yes.
came onto the scene wanting to be you, right? Easily, I could see how easily that could be manipulated. Well, if you maybe if you tried angle or if you tried that angle, no, you came into this realm as yourself, and it seems like you've stayed yourself. That is a
Yes.
beautiful thing, no matter how long it might take for you to get there, but you did it.
Give thanks.
You did it. And if you do not stay true to the craft and who you really are, you know it's going to happen. So I do commend you on that. So
Give
the
thanks.
new album, you're welcome. The album you released, what was it, August 20? I had it written down here somewhere.
Oh, that was
When did
the
you
new
release?
day has come. Yeah, the Celine Dion cover.
Okay, so that was released or in August, right? So how was that done so far? Like that release, is it done well for you?
Yeah, I think it's a thing where the longer that it's out there, the more it takes time to reach. But
Mhm.
yeah, it seems to be doing well.
Mhm.
So we just are pushing it the best that we can.
Wonderful. So, in your own words, tell us what you want people to know about Ashley Ray. Ashley Irae. I keep saying, I know that's your name, but it's Ashley Irae.
It's okay.
Tell, yes, in your own words, my love, tell people who you are, what you want people to know.
Well, just to know that I am here as, again, that symbol of oneness to just really bring people together through music and bring people together to actually create positive change within, you know, the system. And I think that sometimes, I think that more of what I stand for is not necessarily trying to burn down Babylon, because it's gonna burn down itself. So it's better to put the energy into creating new, because there's no sense in trying to fix a system that don't work. So the more that we can use the power of the music to then open our consciousness and come together and do our best to create new ways and new systems and all of these things, that's really what people can know
Have to
about.
change this, please. Change her. That is beautiful. And where can people, let's put some of your social media stuff out there. Where can people find Miss Ashley Irae?
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everything is Ashley Irae. Don't forget AshleyIraeMusic.com if you want to support the artist directly. Just Ashley Irae on all digital platforms as well.
Well, my love, let me tell you something. It has been, there you have it, but it has been such an honor to know you, to meet you today, because I really feel like I know you. You know what I mean? It's like, and I think that that's what it is about you, that when people meet you and hear your music, they'll be like, I feel her. I want to be, you know what I mean? And you definitely give off that vibe. So it has been a pleasure talking to you, my love. It has been a great pleasure. I think you're a phenomenal artist.
Thanks.
Amazing vocals. And I see where your name will be a household name very soon. Definitely a fan.
Thanks. Give thanks for the strength, Sister Sharon, because it helps I to continue to never give up, just your words. So
you can't. You have a mission.
Yes.
You have a mission, child. Again, I wasn't playing. Pied Piper. I'm calling you. Just all you have to do is grab that guitar and keep it moving. You are that person. You are that woman. You are that sister. 10 star?
Yes, well, we're going to come to the end of the show today, and I want to thank Coral for reaching out.
Yes.
And when she first mentioned your name, she said, Ashley Irae. I said, Ashley Irae. I said, let me just Google that name. And I heard one song and I was sold.
Oh, thanks.
One song is all it took.
One song.
You know?
Yes.
Yes.
One dance.
One dance. That's it. We'll do. That's it. That's it.
Any more collaborations to come?
Yes, definitely. I have definitely a couple collaborations on the album. Imar Shepherd and I are working on it. We have another collaboration to follow.
Mm-hmm. Brilliant.
So that will be on the album. And the very next thing that's coming out on October 10th is off the Wheelers Rhythm, which is a California roots-based production.
Mm-hmm.
You have artists like President Brown on there, Earl Zero, Tony Chin, Imar Shepherd on there, Aisha Bell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
so that's
Aisha.
Coming out on
oh, wow.
10th. Yeah, Aisha, yeah. So the 10th of October, that's coming out. And I'll also be releasing some visuals that I've created for it since I'll be doing all my own editing at this point. So
okay, very good.
Look at you. But listen, be proud of that. As you continue into the business and doing your thing and you learn to do things yourself, it's only perfection's coming out. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love video editing. Honestly, I really love it. So, yeah.
Well, there it is. There it is.
Well,
that is who you're supposed to be. Huh?
We are going to come to the end of the show. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show today,
It has.
and learning a little bit more about you and what your mission is. I will definitely be paying a lot more attention to your releases, especially whenever you do an acoustic piece, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I just love it. You know, your voice and that guitar was born to work together.
Oh, without
Oh,
question.
same.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. I also want
100%.
to thank everybody who was able to tune in and listen to the show. Lily, maximum respect. Janice Taylor was here. We
Taylor,
had DJ Maestro,
Maestro.
Aletha Lowe, all the way in America. I know she was here. And quite a few others who were logged in to the show. Selector, I can see you. Bless up and
Oh,
good to see you here.
Selector. Big up yourself, Selector. My friend. My friend. My friend. Yes.
And next week, we are supposed to have a guest. I'm not going to say too much about it because I'm not too sure what is going on with that. So we may and we may not have a show. However, if we do have a show, you can add us on SPRB Radio channel on Facebook, and you'll be able to check out what we do. We have a page on Instagram, but my brain is clogged up with a backlog of things. So can you believe I can't even remember what my Instagram name is.
No. SPRB promotion or something like that.
But yeah, oh Jesus, you know more than me.
I got you.
But people, we're gonna get out of there. I want to play this video one more time because it's a brilliant video with two amazing singers. One is Ima, the other is Ashley Irae, who was our guest today. We are gonna get out of here. Thank you for being here, and we're gonna hit you with that tune just like this.
Moving through the cycles of life, in our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. In come rain and then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life, in our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Yeah. When will I ever really find a king I can trust and depend on? That's how I felt for the longest, it seemed. Got so sick of being broken down. Then one day, Jaja bring you my way. After all the long nights alone, it was when I finally let go and put more action in the faith of none. So can't look down, happy stay up, even when reality seems so rough. Don't let the past become the present. Live in the now and learn from the lessons. Come rain, then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. In come rain and then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, gotta keep the balance in line. Every time, all the time, all the time. Every time, every time, every time.
High times, low times, got to plant that seed of love. It make you glow, let it show, makes me wanna hold you close. The vibes where you bring, it is a win-win. I see you as my everything. One leap of talking, so you find the right king. No, I'm here confirming. Love you from my heart, girl. Whoa. You always in my thoughts, yeah. Whoa. You know we're blessed by God.
Then come rain, then sunshine, just moving through the cycles of life. In our hearts and in our minds, we gotta keep the balance in line.